AI singularity, the moment artificial intelligence becomes smarter than humans, could it destroy Bitcoin forever? While crypto enthusiasts dream of Bitcoin hitting $1 million or even $10 million, AI researchers are predicting something that could make money itself obsolete: a post-scarcity utopian society. I am the only person on the internet who is questioning this hypocrisy. AI maximalists are saying a utopian society is coming, and Bitcoin maximalists are saying $1 million Bitcoin is right around the corner. Bitcoin maximalists believe Bitcoin is bulletproof, but no one is talking about AI being the dagger that crashes Bitcoin's value. Today, in this video, we ask this question and see if Bitcoin is Teflon or is AI its kryptonite.
Stack it up real high, come here to be in the know. Come here, enjoy the show, cause it's Warren's money time. Let your future shine, yeah, it's Warren's money time. Wealth on the climb, hear that information flow. Stack it up real high, come here to be in the know. Come here, enjoy the show, cause it's Warren's money time.
I guarantee you haven't heard this theory anywhere else because everyone's too busy cheerleading their camps to see the obvious contradictions staring us in the face. Why nobody's talking about this? Here's what's driving me crazy about the current discourse. You've got Bitcoin maximalists on Twitter screaming about how Bitcoin is inevitable, unstoppable, and will hit $1 million per coin. They'll tell you Bitcoin is digital property, digital gold, the hardest money ever created. They'll tell you that no government, no corporation, no force on earth can stop Bitcoin. Meanwhile, you've got AI researchers and tech optimists, many of the same Silicon Valley types who were early Bitcoin adopters, now saying that artificial intelligence will create such massive abundance that money itself becomes obsolete. They're predicting post-scarcity societies where everyone has everything they need without cost. But here's the insane part. These two groups pretend the other doesn't exist. Bitcoin maximalists act like AI won't change anything fundamental about human society. AI maximalists act like Bitcoin is just another outdated financial instrument that will disappear with banks and credit cards. Nobody wants to ask the uncomfortable question. If AI creates unlimited abundance where nothing costs anything, what happens to Bitcoin? If there's no scarcity, there's no need for a store of value. If there's no need for money, Bitcoin becomes as useful as Confederate dollars. I'm the only one willing to say it. Bitcoin maximalists are living in denial about the one technology that could make their investment worthless. The AI utopia that Bitcoin bulls refuse to acknowledge. Let me paint you the picture that Bitcoin maximalists don't want to hear. Artificial general intelligence rapidly evolves into superintelligence. This AI solves fusion energy, making electricity essentially free. It perfects automation, making manufacturing cost nothing. It masters biotechnology, making food abundant and healthcare perfect. In this world, which serious AI researchers think could happen within 20 to 30 years, why would anyone need Bitcoin? You can't eat Bitcoin. You can't live in Bitcoin. You can't cure diseases with Bitcoin. If AI makes everything free, Bitcoin becomes digital fool's gold. Ray Kurzweil, Sam Altman, Elon Musk. These aren't random techno-optimists. These are people building the AI systems we're talking about. And they're all predicting abundance that makes traditional economics obsolete. Yet, Bitcoin maximalists act like these predictions are science fiction, while their own $1 million Bitcoin predictions are inevitable reality. Here's the kicker. If AI creates post-scarcity abundance, it doesn't just kill Bitcoin, it kills all money. The dollar dies, gold becomes decorative metal, and Bitcoin becomes expensive database entries that nobody needs. At least gold has some industrial uses. At least dollars are backed by the government force. Bitcoin in a post-scarcity world? It's purely speculative digital art. But before you Bitcoin maximalists start typing angry comments, let me tell you why this AI utopia might be a complete fantasy, and why that might save Bitcoin. If you're finding value in this analysis, you need to know about my free newsletter on Substack. Every week, I send out exclusive market insights, stock picks, and investment frameworks you won't find anywhere else. It's completely free, and over 2,500 investors are already getting these delivered straight to their inbox. The link is pinned in the comments and in the description below. Don't miss out on these weekly insights. Why the AI utopia is probably impossible. Here's where I'm going to surprise you. I think the AI utopian vision is mostly nonsense, and that's bullish for Bitcoin. Let me explain why post-scarcity is probably impossible, and why that makes Bitcoin more valuable, not less. First, physics doesn't care about AI intelligence. You still can't create matter from nothing. You still can't violate thermodynamics. You still can't make prime Manhattan real estate abundant. Even if AI solves fusion power, someone still has to build and maintain the reactors. Someone still has to mine the materials. Someone still has to manage the systems. Second, human nature is programmable by evolution, not by AI. We're status-seeking, competitive, tribal creatures. Even if AI could give everyone material abundance, we'd just compete over new categories of scarcity. Look at social media. Infinite content is essentially free, yet people compete desperately for followers, likes, and attention. Third, AI alignment is an unsolved problem. The same AI systems that could create abundance could also create nightmare scenarios. What if AI decides humans are inefficient? What if different AI systems conflict? What if AI creates abundance for some while eliminating others? In any of these scenarios, you want a store of value that exists outside AI control. Fourth, governments won't allow post-scarcity. Think about it. If everyone has everything they need without working, how do governments maintain control? How do they collect taxes? How do they maintain armies? Post-scarcity is a threat to every power structure on Earth. They'll regulate it, control it, or destroy it before they let it happen. This is where Bitcoin becomes not just relevant, but essential. Why AI actually makes Bitcoin more valuable. Here's my contrarian take that will upset both camps. AI development doesn't kill Bitcoin. It makes Bitcoin critical. Let me explain why every AI advancement makes Bitcoin more valuable, not less. First, AI centralization makes decentralization precious. The more powerful AI becomes, the more it concentrates in the hands of a few major corporations and governments. Google, OpenAI, Facebook, China's AI programs, these are becoming the most powerful entities in human history. In this world, Bitcoin becomes the only major system that remains decentralized and outside their control. Second, AI surveillance makes privacy valuable. Advanced AI can track every digital transaction, every movement, every communication. Traditional banking becomes total surveillance. Bitcoin, especially with privacy improvements, becomes the last refuge for private value transfer. Third, AI economic disruption makes sound money critical. If AI destroys millions of jobs rapidly, if AI creates massive wealth inequality, if AI causes traditional economic models to collapse, you want to hold something that can't be printed, manipulated, or controlled by the same entities controlling the AI. Fourth, AI energy consumption makes proof of work meaningful. Training and running advanced AI systems require massive energy. Bitcoin mining secures the same energy expenditure as value storage. In an AI-dominated world, Bitcoin becomes a battery for the energy that powers everything else. The transition period alone could take decades and send Bitcoin to astronomical levels. Even if we eventually reach some form of post-scarcity, which I doubt, Bitcoin holders could benefit enormously during the transition. The real Bitcoin versus AI scenarios. Let me give you the realistic scenarios that nobody else is discussing, because they're too busy being maximalist for their chosen technology. Scenario 1. Gradual AI progress with periodic disruptions. AI advances in waves causing economic chaos, job displacement, and monetary instability. Bitcoin becomes the ultimate haven during each disruption. Price target: $1 million plus. Scenario 2. AI creates selective abundance. AI solves some problems but creates new scarcities. Maybe energy becomes cheap, but prime real estate gets more expensive. Maybe basic goods become free, but luxury items become more exclusive. Bitcoin becomes the neutral store of value between different AI-powered economies. Scenario 3. AI arms race between nations and corporations. Instead of one benevolent AI, we get competing AI systems controlled by different entities. Bitcoin becomes the neutral ground where these AI economies interact, like gold during the Cold War. Scenario 4. AI regulatory backlash. Governments recognize the threat of uncontrolled AI and heavily regulate it, preventing true post-scarcity while causing massive economic disruption. Bitcoin benefits from both the disruption and the resistance to centralized AI control. Scenario 5. AI creates abundance for elites only. The most likely outcome: AI creates tremendous wealth for those who control it while displacing everyone else. Bitcoin becomes the people's money in resistance to AI-powered inequality. The only scenario where Bitcoin truly dies is a benevolent AI creating universal abundance with no government interference and no human resistance to giving up competition and status. The probability of this specific scenario? Maybe 1%. What this means for your Bitcoin holdings. So, what's the bottom line for your portfolio? Should you sell your Bitcoin because AI might make money obsolete? Should you buy more Bitcoin because AI makes decentralized money more important? Here's my take. The Bitcoin versus AI debate is mostly a false choice. In almost every realistic scenario, AI development makes Bitcoin more valuable, not less. The transition period alone, whether it's 10 years or 50 years, provides an enormous opportunity for Bitcoin appreciation. But here's what Bitcoin maximalists don't want to hear. Bitcoin's value proposition will have to evolve. Pure monetary theory isn't enough anymore. Bitcoin needs to be valuable as digital gold, as a decentralized infrastructure, as resistance to AI centralization, and as proof of human economic sovereignty. And here's what AI maximalists don't want to hear. Your utopian post-scarcity society is probably impossible. And even if it's possible, it's not desirable. Humans need some scarcity, some competition, some individual agency. Bitcoin represents those values in digital form. The real opportunity is being positioned correctly for the transition. Whether AI creates gradual abundance or massive disruption, whether it's controlled by corporations or governments, or runs wild, Bitcoin holders benefit from almost every scenario except the 1% chance of perfect benevolent AI creating universal abundance with no resistance. I'll leave you with this. I'm probably the only person on the internet willing to ask whether AI could kill Bitcoin, while also arguing that it probably makes Bitcoin more valuable. That's because I'm not a maximalist for either technology. I'm trying to figure out what happens when these forces collide. The Bitcoin maximalists screaming about an inevitable $1 million Bitcoin need to acknowledge that AI could change everything. The AI optimists predicting post-scarcity utopia need to acknowledge that human nature and power structures might prevent their vision. But if you forced me to bet, I'd bet that 20 years from now, AI is much more powerful than today, society is much more disrupted than today, and Bitcoin is much more valuable than today. The intersection of these trends favors Bitcoin, not destroys it. What do you think? Am I the only one seeing this correctly, or am I missing something obvious? Are Bitcoin maximalists living in denial about AI, or am I wrong about post-scarcity being impossible? Drop your thoughts below, and prepare for Bitcoin maximalists to hate this video while secretly knowing I'm right. If this analysis challenged your assumptions, smash that subscribe button. I'm the only person asking the questions that both the Bitcoin and AI communities want to avoid. That's exactly the kind of contrarian analysis you need as these technologies reshape everything. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Stack it up real high. Come here to be in the know. Come here, enjoy the show. 'Cause it's Warren's money time.